Hello clever people and welcome to my review for Playing with Fire. So Playing with Fire is a movie starring John Cena and Keegan-Michael Key, and it follows the story of these group of firefighters who have to take in these three kids after rescuing them from a fire, and their parents weren't at home, their parents are stuck somewhere, so they have to try to keep these children in the fire station until their parents arrive, and a lot of shenanigans ensue. So this is very obviously a kids movie. It's distributed by Nickelodeon. The trailer made it very obvious that it was a kids movie, so I wasn't really looking forward to Playing with Fire. I knew it was a movie that wasn't made for my demographic. So I went in with pretty low expectations, kind of expecting a dumb kids movie, and that's pretty much what you get with Playing with Fire. I don't think that this movie is terrible. I think it's harmless for the most part. There's just some very odd things about its message and honestly how mature of a message it is for being a kids movie. It's all about family and it's about trauma and it's about having to deal with death, and there's a lot of very complex themes in it, and honestly, I am all down for kids' movies having complex themes. I think it's really sad when a kids' movie condescends to kids so much and puts in messages that are so obvious that at the end of the movie, the characters have to explain the theme directly to the screen so that the kids understand. So I like that there are movies out there trying to pursue deeper themes in movies like this. But on one side of the coin is what I just mentioned, where movies are condescending to kids, and on the other side of the coin is when themes are a little too much for a kids movie, and I think Playing with Fire is on that other side of the coin. Besides having that problem, and besides having a problem not really knowing where its demographic should lay, it's also not very funny. And I know, I'm not, like I said earlier, this movie is not meant for me at all. But it felt so awkward, and maybe it's just because there weren't many people in the theater I was seeing it in, when they paused for jokes for so long and nobody is laughing. And I don't know, maybe kids find this movie hilarious. I can understand why a 7 or 8 year old boy would love this movie and would laugh the entire time, but there were kids in my theaters that weren't laughing at anything. And when the movie spends so much time trying to build up this hilarious joke that completely does not work, it feels pretty annoying, and it feels annoying that there's such a long pause afterwards that's supposed to be the pause for laughter that just isn't there. And it's also a very poorly edited movie. I feel like I've said that quite a bit recently, that movies, I don't know, these past few weeks have just been having some really poor editing. The Current War, and then Motherless Brooklyn, and then this one. But the scene transitions are very awkward. They go from place to place, and they don't flow together at all. So it feels like kind of a clunky movie. It's sweet though. I mean, it's entertaining. There's nothing wrong with it. There's a lot of very stupid things about it, but anybody who gets mad at this movie and thinks it's completely abysmal, I just won't understand, because in the end it does set out what it's meant to do. So in the end, Playing with Fire, it's a little too mature for its audience. The humor is a little too dumb for adults. It's not really sure where to find its footing. But in the end, you have some people that are just trying to make an entertaining movie, and I mean, it's admirable. So in the end, I don't have much to say about Playing with Fire. I will give this movie a 4 out of 10. Alright, that concludes my review for Playing with Fire. So, what are your thoughts on this film, or what is your favorite movie revolving around firemen? Comment in the comment section below and let me know. I'm Robert Burke, and this has been The Clever Critics. Goodbye.